superpowers to bring you entertainment.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Business Party Podcast. We are back after some technical difficulties.
That was a great show last week. I mean, the reason why we got no views on it, I don't understand that. How come we had no views? It was a great interview. Yeah, it would work.
We actually did have a pretty good podcast with one of our buddies from TikTok and whatnot, which I'm not even going to say much about him. If you guys are on TikTok or anything, just look forward to the Commodore on TikTok. We had him on, but we weren't able to publish it because shit just did not line up. It was technical difficulty shit and blah, blah, blah.
Because my internet is garbage. Yeah. Cox internet, fix your stuff.
Right? Hey, but I'll tell you what, your stuff does definitely already look and sound better right now. That's dope that you went and got that laptop.
Yeah, I got the 5G Lenovo laptop from Verizon. So now, if the internet goes out, now I have 5G. So that way I don't have to worry about it anymore, which is nice. And I haven't gotten a new laptop in a while. And I've been a Mac person for 15 years now. And this is the first non-Mac that I've gotten. And I'm like, But then again, it's now, you got to restart for the security measures. And I'm like, oh, that's why I remember I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
But
mine's not, I don't mind the Macs. I actually kind of wanted to get one. Like I am an iPhone person and whatnot. And I had I
got one for $500 if you want.
I mean, quite possibly. Because it would be nice. It would be nice. Well, mainly for me, like what I would liking to use for it is like audio stuff and artistic stuff. Which I mean, most of them are really good for that too. But also, I like just the quality of their stuff. Just all together, it seems like it lasts quite a while, and usually their stuff just keeps going. But the bad thing with them is like after so many years, even if it is going, their programs become obsolete on older stuff. So that's only kind of bad thing. But I mean, it even happens with fucking Windows and stuff. But that usually it's a lot longer when that happens with them.
Yeah, but like Apple's pretty good with that stuff. Like you could still, I think they're just taking off some of the apps from the iPhone 6, which was only like, what is it? What are we on? Like 13 now, and there's one every 2 years. So I was like, 12 years ago, 14 years ago. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's
which
still,
ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean, so.
But yeah, but I do. But what I was, I mean, their hardware. That's the main thing that I like about it because it does seem to last. I like their hardware quite a bit, and yeah, me mainly also for recording purposes and stuff. Because like for the longest time when I was first starting to do this, when I was just doing audio only, which I still need to fucking start putting the audio back on Spotify. Which by the way, we are on Spotify. Just I haven't put the fucking audio up. Which all these episodes I need to extract the audio, put it on there. That will happen soon enough, but. I was always using my iPhone 8 whenever I first started, and that's all I would literally do is just have that down or have it up whatever I wanted. So it's like it just was kind of out of the way or in a position where it was comfortable. But I always thought that the recording and stuff on that was awesome, and I tried using one Android one time, and it just didn't seem like it worked as well. But it could just be me.
Listen, I used to be Mr. Technology and be able to put everything together. And I got the newest this and newest that. Now, oh my God, I understand why old people can't use an iPhone anymore. And they're just like, I just need a Cricket. I need 7, 4, especially living out here. You know how many people out here that I don't have internet. I'm like, excuse me? You don't have what?
Excuse me?
I don't have internet. I'm like, Jose from 3rd and 15th in Jersey City. Yo, that dude's homeless. He got internet. So what do you mean you don't got internet?
I mean, I'm not going to lie, dude. I would like if it came down to like whenever I turn, like if I was able to say when I turn 55 or 60 or something, depending on where I'm living and what I'm doing, I would love to have like no internet. Obviously, probably like living off the land in an area or whatever in a cabin and shit like that, because that would be fucking peak ideal for me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have TV. I don't have cable. I just have the streaming apps now and stuff like that.
Yep,
and
same.
dude, I haven't watched the news. The only news I get is through like Twitter or even TikTok. That's what I get, and then I'll go look
Right,
it up. I'll go look up whatever is said, and I'll see, like, I try to get the full context of it. But other than that,
right.
I don't watch regular TV. I'm usually on my phone watching TikToks because that's the most drama. And apparently, according to my wife, I am the drama king, and I love drama. So, and I have to insert myself into it because I keep jumping on lives at like 11:30 at night, and I'm listening to these, people talk about, oh, the Trumpers and the Republicans are the racists. And it's just like, come on, guys, and
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just jump into it, and I'm just like, so what is? And they get so angry, and then they start to like veer off and go into like, and I go, no, what? Because I saw someone had a Trump 20 to 24 years flag, and I was just like, I went into the live, and I'm like, so what did he's done that
Yeah,
he should get 20 to 24 years? And nothing. There was no factual. Well, he was accused of. He was accused of. Was he charged with it? No.
yeah,
Well,
and like an accusation, I can hear that too. But what is the evidence for that accusation? Also, what led to that accusation? What can you say that he exactly did? Because if like any of them want to say inciting that motherfucker, he literally said peacefully protest. Yes, fight for your rights, but you go there peacefully.
and they leave that out. I mean, they just but it's the thing is that both sides, a lot of people cherry pick because I listen to the people on the right, and they'll do the same thing, and it's just like, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
hard.
I definitely agree with that too. They like the right tends to do that quite a bit. Like I know most of the people that I do listen to tend to be more on the right or somewhat center, but at least it's not news. Like I tend to listen to like Bongino,
Yeah,
um, some Shapiro. I like Shapiro, but then sometimes I get annoyed with him. I think he's a little too
pompous.
pompous and for the system, which you know me.
Yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
much against a whole lot of the system, and but I like quite a few of them. But I like Glenn Beck too. But Glenn Beck is almost like he sounds more like a conspiracy person when it comes to a lot of things he reports, but yet it's all actually real,
It ends up
and he
becoming
comes with
true.
good facts. Hmm.
Like, how do you I think I said this last week that in the episode that will never air. How are you a conspiracy theorist when everything ends up being true? You no
Right,
longer become a conspiracy theorist. You just end up being right.
right.
So, but these people, man, these people are just like, and it's funny because if you disagree now, you're just a Trumper. If you
I
have
know.
anything
Yeah,
nice to say about Donald Trump, you're just a Trumper. Can it just be like, I like some of the stuff he did? Like, okay, well, the First Step Act, the wall, dude. The people and the wall against the wall are it's just insane. Like, how do you not want people to come in here legally? Like, you can't go to another country and vote.
right.
And they want, well, they're not voting. Yes, they are. Look at New York. New York's allowing them to get to vote in local election. Well, that's just local. Yeah, but that affects everything
Right.
above it.
Right. Well,
So it's,
exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's just there. But guess what? That's step number one, which you motherfuckers don't seem to understand, is a part of the long game.
yeah, they I mean, and the left is great at the long game. I mean, as
Yeah.
much as they love to project. I mean, I was talking to this guy about having a license to vote, and like he was like, no, well, you shouldn't need a license to vote because of gerrymandering. Well, you want to know what I go, what does gerrymandering have to do with having a license? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, they
Actually,
redrew
you
the
should be
district.
right. You should be trying to do your damnedest to make sure it doesn't get gerrymandered. And that has nothing to do with your fucking ID or a driver's license at all whatsoever. It has to do with districts.
But they go into other topics. It's just like, well, why do you need voter ID? Well, the black. I was like, isn't it racist if you say a black person can't or a minority can't get an ID because of it? And they're like, well, that's not right. I know a lot of white people who don't have their IDs. And okay, so
Yeah.
what are you trying to? Oh, so what's the point? Like, so
Yeah.
then,
So then you just contradicted yourself.
yeah, I'm
And
like,
also, like, why aren't they getting them?
yeah.
That's like the main thing. They just say can't or aren't able. Like, but why? Like, it's never an answer to the why or a solution to it. It's just let everybody fucking vote.
Oh my god! And this blew my mind, dude. I couldn't. So they were saying that Texas doesn't allow college students to vote in their elections, out of state college students, and I go, you're not supposed to. You get an
Hmm.
absentee ballot from your state, and then you send it because you're technically no. If you're in Texas for more than 9 months, you're a resident of Texas. No, you're not. Then get an
No,
ID
you're
from
not.
Texas. Then get a residential ID. You can't. You're technically a resident of the other state that you came from. And they're like, no, you're a resident of Texas. You should be able to. No, you're not.
No, no,
And then
yeah,
they went into, well, then but I thought you didn't like absentee ballots. It's like, where did I never, huh?
yeah.
Like,
Uh,
yeah, absentee ballots are for those reasons, not sending every single person a
Right.
ballot, even if they didn't ask for it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like absentee ballots, I don't mind. It's the willy-nilly sending out mail-in ballots to anybody and every fucking body that can have like 17 of them and just fucking hand them in wherever.
Well, I said in one that I know somebody really close to me that works in the post office, and they've seen, especially with the stimulus checks, or like ballots, the provisional ballots, where you get it to tell you where you're voting and stuff like that. I've seen multiple times they don't update their list, so
Oh yeah.
they're getting they're giving ballots to, or provisional ballots to, people who haven't lived there in 20 years, haven't lived there in 15 years, who are passed away. Like, so this is all happening. Like, I've seen it with my own eyes, and they're going, well, where's your source? My eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've been in the office with this person, and I've literally seen it.
Right.
And
Well,
they're
and
like,
also
well, it doesn't happen. You
also
don't have any sources. I'm like,
dude, and like, well, when it first started happening, Florida was like one of the only states that actually cleared their fucking voter rolls. That's why a lot of places have fucking people that have been dead for like 4 fucking years, even 10, because they don't clear their fucking voter rolls and shit just gets sent out anyways. Like, I think that it should be an absolute law in every single fucking state before any elections happen, clear those voting rolls and make sure that people are registered properly.
eh. And the thing is, like, I don't care if it's a conspiracy or not, but like, they were like, this is the most fair, and this person in Trump's cabinet said it, and this person in Trump's cabinet. I was like, okay, I don't care if they said it. I was watching videos of people holding up uh boards where you couldn't see them counting. I saw videos
Right.
of people telling Republican whatever they are, voter watchers or whatever, that they couldn't come in. Like, I've
Mm-hmm.
seen these videos, so like, you can't tell me I didn't see what I saw. I mean,
Right.
was it the affair? Maybe. I don't know. But here we are, and they keep talking about, well, Trump still hasn't conceded. Why? Oh, who cares? Hillary conceded in
Who
the
gives
first
a
45
fuck?
minutes. Yeah, but that bitch is still talking about how she could have read, how she even read. There was a whole 60 minutes episode about how she read her speech of if she won. Why?
I
He didn't
know.
win. So she's been going for 6 years about how Trump is illegitimate, and how we don't, that, and she hasn't given up on it. Meanwhile, they're talking about Trump still hasn't given up on it. I'm like,
I know. Yeah.
and they're just like
Exactly. Yeah.
hardcore angry about it. Like, no, I'm like, dude, why are you getting so mad? Like, what are you so angry about? Yeah, Biden won. Okay, we're at the. I think, you know most of the people who don't like, who didn't vote for Biden at this point are just like, well, he won. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. There's a fringe amount of people who still want, everything recounted and stuff like that. And it's like, and I hate saying things like, well, you people on the left, because it's not everybody on the left. but I have
Right.
to say it like because it's a lot of people because they say, well, the right wing Trump is like, you don't like to be lumped in. If I said every black person robbed, you'd say to me, you can't lump
Right.
every black person in this. Yet you watch TikTok after TikTok after TikTok of white people this, white people that, white people should do
Yep.
like how do you sit there and lecture me about not lumping a bunch of people into something, and then now you lecture me and now you try to put me into that category because I'm this thing called white passing? Huh?
Oh, that's funny.
I, excuse me.
Yeah.
What?
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 Yeah. As the cowboy would say on TikTok, what?
Hold on.
Oh shit. Yeah, there you go.
I would love to do a thing with this, but I can't keep the headphones up. There we go.
So yeah, I don't know if it fit under, but there you go. Hell
What?
yeah.
But yeah, it's like it's so ridiculous, and they don't even hear themselves. Like the TikTok I made the other day about the girl who said this is a war on women, and women now you can't women can't just have an abortion, and it's like I I thought you couldn't define a woman.
Yeah.
I thought we weren't defining what a woman was. We still doing that?
Right.
I just Biden. If we don't do this, then we won't get where we want to be.
Well, that's like that. Oh man, that's like that fucking that clip. I should try to look for it real quick, but that clip with Josh Hawley when he was talking to uh what the hell is her name?
That
Karina.
lady was insane.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. There it is.
Did you find it?
Kariah Bridges. I didn't find the clip yet, but yeah, UC Berkeley professor Kariah Bridges and Josh Hawley were talking about the whole abortion deal and the women's right thing, but it was ridiculous.
It's crazy, but I mean, and it was. Oh, here I got it. I got it.
Okay, good. Yeah, yeah. Because the way that I'll set it up though too is that if you've seen the What is a Woman, it's completely kind of how when Matt Walsh was talking to that one professor. It goes kind of that same way, but yeah, go you can go ahead and play the clip, yo.
All right. I hope it's not too loud.
Mr. Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase,
There
I
you go.
want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We should recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence.
It's transphobic to ask. I'm so okay.
It's ridiculous. We're at the peak of victim culture when you can't even question anything without it becoming phobic or violent toward trans people, even gay people, anything like that.
Well, it's the whole racist thing. Like you've called everybody racist to the point where it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, everything's friggin' racist. Like,
Yeah.
what are you using, a fork? That's white supremacy. You know,
Like they seriously like this now mean it's the okay sign. Meanwhile, it used to mean you could punch your friend if you put your finger in it.
uh-huh.
And actually, what is it this way or this way? It means asshole in sign language.
I'm pretty sure it's that, yeah, because that's like just the regular okay, but that's what
Yeah.
everyone was saying. White supremacy, blah blah blah. No, yeah, but that's the asshole one, and yeah, that's the one where I beat your ass.
Yeah, beat your asshole. But like, I mean, they don't. The word phobic is to mean fear somebody. Like I think the only fear they have is getting is getting it up the pooper and actually liking it. Some straight guys
Right.
just like, no. Oh.
Well, I said I said something like that to one of my friend, like my liberal buddies a while ago, when we were kind of having a debate about stuff, and I was like, just because I don't agree with it or prescribe to it or whatever doesn't mean that I'm phobic of it. It just means that I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And it also like when it comes to the identification, like the I identify as blah blah. I just think you're playing fucking pretend. And then whenever it started getting back to, well, why would you like? I think it was something about like a trans girl if they hit on me and if I'm not about it because I know what the parts are or what they still have or even what they were, it's just not what I like. And they were like, well, that's kind of phobic. I was like, well, then if a lesbian doesn't want to sleep with me, she's straight phobic. Deal with that.
Exactly. And exactly. I'm just a lesbian, you know.
Right.
let's
I definitely identify as a lesbian.
Dude, speaking of identify, I have another clip that you just mentioned,
right.
and I just like bing.
By not recognizing them.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning. So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get pregnant.
So you're denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence?
Because
when you say a man get pregnant, you said man. You didn't say trans man. That's that wordplay that they try to fucking catch you up on.
Yeah, but just her mannerisms about about it, just like she just thinks she's so much better, and that
smug. She's so smug, and dude, it would have been hard for me to keep talking to her whenever she was like, "Do you? I'd have been like, all right, conversation over. Now you just turned into a fucking 10-year-old. This is not going any farther.
What's that line in what is it, Terminator? What's this? Your elbow? What's it doing? Wearing thin.
Yeah.
My patience. Oh, Last Action Hero, that was it. Oh my god, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Oh, that movie's so good too.
Oh my god, it's so great. Hold on, there's only a couple more seconds. Let me back it up a little so that way you get the little nuance of her little.
No, I don't think women can.
So you're denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this? Where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good environment in my class. You should join. You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot
I know.
this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
By the way,
I like him a lot. I think he's fucking good.
He's
extraordinary.
Really good. Dude, I just caught it out of the corner of my, because I bought the thing, so now I can put this, whatever's on the iPad, I can put it on the TV so I can kind of watch it here. I just caught the face of the lady behind the professor, behind Kiara. Dude, when they're getting that last exchange, the lady in the back, and she's got a mask on, mind you. She's got a mask on, and all you see is, what's going on here?
Right.
I was like, oh my god.
Looking around like, isn't everybody else offended? I'm so offended. Oh, dude, and that's another thing with that clip. If anybody can go see it, go watch it just to look at that professor's eyes. Like you can see, like to me personally, I think you can spot crazy in somebody's eyes.
Dude, you can. They always. I've heard this saying before. If you could see the whites on both sides, on the top and the bottom of a person's eyes, they're crazy.
Yep, and I can kind of agree.
And I'm like, and ever since then, I've been looking for it. Oh, boy, can you tell crazy?
Yeah, she's got it written all over her eyes and face.
It's insane. Let me see. I hope I still. I still have it. This girl made me laugh so freaking hard.
On this little break session, I'm gonna go ahead and plug the whiskey I'm gonna kind of sip on here tonight. I'm drinking the Old Forester Statesman. If anybody likes some good bourbon, I'm gonna take a little sip of that during this little finding this clip. But man, oh, just I cannot believe how fucking lost so much shit is. Like it really is almost like two realities. I keep hearing a lot of people say that, and I do believe that more and more all the time. I really do feel like it is two realities because people are just looking at everything that's going on in completely two different fashions.
Yeah, I don't like I just don't. Sometimes I just go, "How do you think that?" But it's on the other hand, they feel the same way about like us. They feel the
Right.
same way. Like, how do you think that? And it's like that's something that I don't think we're ever going to like get
We probably,
across.
yeah, I don't really think so either. And actually, speaking of that, not on this episode, maybe another one in the future. I would like to maybe put a couple of Yuri Bezmenov clips. I mean, a lot of people have heard them, but a couple of those Yuri Bezmenov clips because and I'll pound it into the ground every damn time because what you were saying is 100% true. You can take them, the ones that are completely lost, completely in the delusion state. You can take them literally to the gas chambers of, say, the Holocaust, show them that it's happening, and they will still deny it with evidence in their face. Or
Yeah.
put their feet in flames and say this is hot, and they're like, no, it's cold. It's a complete denial of, I don't even want to say reality, but I would say more logic in ways. It's like the logic is gone. What is that saying? Common sense is not so common these days.
No, no, it's crazy how like how common sense has just gone out the window. Like it's just
Mhm.
like you said. If I tell you that this color is blue, or this color, if I say that's blue on my picture, and someone just goes, "No, it's not blue. It's light blue." Oh, okay, but it's blue.
It's
But no,
still blue.
it's aqua blue, really. Yes, but it's still
Right.
blue. But no, it's not blue. Blue is a lot darker than that. That's aqua blue. Okay, sure. Oh, so now all of a
Right.
sudden you agree with me, right? See, I told you you'd agree with. Like, this is why
Like,
people
no.
stop agreeing with you lunatics, because
Right.
once you say like, yeah, you know what, you're right, Trump, that was stupid of Trump. See, told you, Trump's an idiot. Like, no, that's not.
Like,
I agreed
no.
with you on the one point.
Yeah, he has said stupid things. He's even done a couple dumb things, but it doesn't mean he's an idiot. He's actually pretty fucking smart. What he is he's fucking old now. So some of those bearings are going to get lost, which I've seen that over the past few years. I think he's gotten a little bit more on the side to where he's not as fast as he was, but he's still a fucking hell of a lot there than fucking Slow-Mo Joe right now. That dude, it's a mumble fest. Let's get ready to mumble.
That's probably another speech that I have queued up. But here, this is what I wanted for you to hear, dude. When I saw this is what I'm talking about. When we were talking about the whole pronouns thing, it's just going to get crazier and
Mm.
crazier and crazier. And when people were saying I identify as Apache helicopters, you know, I'm 99.999% sure they were joking,
Yeah,
but
right.
this person is actually serious.
Cameron, and I'm a member of our DIT system. So Avery and I are both birds. I am a cardinal, and Avery is a blue jay. We like AM air pronouns in particular because they feel even further removed from gender than theirs. And being birds, while we do have our own gender expression, we don't inherently have a gender at all. And not in the way that like we're just non-binary. It's that like our species as like an avian human hybrid does not inherently have any kind of gender at all. So you use them just like singular pronouns, like he, him, or she, her. Spelling and pronunciation wise, it's like they, them, theirs without the th at the beginning. So the best way I think to practice is to write out a couple of short sentences using like he, him, his, and himself, and then go back through and erase all of those pronouns and fill them in with am, air self. Hi, my name is Cameron.
Oh my god!
We're supposed to learn this in like I can't even take a test and tell you the definition of theocracy. I don't even know what that is. But you want me to now refer to you and your partner in shitting on windows as something that I have no idea about?
Dude, like, and right at the beginning, as soon as she was like, because we want to be more separated from gender, I was like, no, you're separating from reality, motherfucker. Like, far. like gone.
You ain't kidding. Oh my, like, I saw that. And
Well, that's the bad thing. Now it goes from like, okay, they, them, their, z's, whatever, and now it's all of a sudden take those and then add even motherfucking more by taking letters out and.
Like, bitch, you ain't got wings.
I know, right?
How you gonna tell me you a bird? Now you a bird.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see you go and land on a motherfucking electrical wire. Please.
Please. Please. Like, I was so taken aback. I'm like, is this reality? And I heard another article about the school wanted to put litter boxes in the classes because some of their kids identify as cats.
I heard about that too. Oh my god!
I'm like, what do we do? Like, so, they used to
like,
say that Donald.
Now you're gonna be in class and that kid's gonna be taking a shit in the fucking corner.
I thought they told us in Big Daddy that it was wrong to take a pee in the tree. Now all of a sudden we get litter boxes.
Yeah, in class.
Like,
wow.
How far we've come. Like, it's just, and the first time a little boy whips it out, somebody's going to complain and say, their son pulled out his wiener and my zing zigga. So and that's not appropriate. I'm like, yo, you guys, what did you want? You guys asked for this. Mm-hmm. This is what you asked for. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm pretty sure now that if somebody comes out gay, the parents are like, oh, thank God. At least you weren't one of those pronoun things that I couldn't pronounce. You're just, you just like box, or you just like like suck and pull.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh my God. Yeah. It's just normal. You're just normal.
Yeah,
gay.
Exactly. You're just normal gay. Yes.
Oh my God. But that's how far it's come. Like,
for real. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know, man, but it's insane. Like, now, how come can I just call you whatever her name, Vicky? Can I just say Vicky?
Yeah, can I just say your name?
Yeah. Can I refer to you?
Like, and the main thing that gets me though with the they or their, that's two. So are you telling me that you have multiple personalities, or are you identifying as more than one thing whenever you want me to call you they? Because there is no they, there is you. God damn it. It's like, it's so just, and I did see I think it was on a TV show or something like that. Can't remember, but I saw it on TikTok where a dad was talking to his son about a girl, but she identified as they, and he kept saying they, and the dad was like, are you fucking with me? Is there two of them?
She got a girlfriend, right? She's referring to her and a girlfriend, right?
But you're talking about her. No, not her, they. But there's just one, but it's her. No, they. Are you fucking with me? That's exactly how it feels half the time, man.
Like Billy Bob in Bad Santa. Jesus Christ, you fucking with me?
Yeah. That movie, man, wow. Talk great. About a fucking memory dive. I haven't seen that in so long.
That movie is great. but like I don't. I'm. I'm just so lost. Like, I guarantee you, if you look in their medical history, which apparently we're allowed to look at everybody's medical history now because, the jab, I guarantee you everybody who's referred to as they or them is bipolar.
I would not be surprised, dude. I definitely wouldn't be surprised. Or have some sort of symptoms of it, maybe not diagnosed, but probably had symptoms or been on some sort of Xanax for something or whatever else. Like, I've been on Xanax for anxiety, but I definitely know I'm not fucking bipolar, and I don't think that I have another twin spirit
Oh,
or need to be called they or whatever else. Like it, yeah.
I was definitely bipolar when I was drinking, man. I was definitely bipolar.
Oh well, I mean that tends to like
I'd go from like I the true stereotype of, yeah, let's have a fun party.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, you hand me a bottle of tequila and then I start fighting walls. I don't even like
that was me with Jameson. Me and Jameson, it's the fighting Irish that jumped into me because I was just no matter what, it was gonna be a fight. No matter what. And I could feel that turn. Like all of a sudden I'd be like, and I could feel my body just go.
Yeah. Did that chair just give me a bad look?
Why are you looking at me sideways, Lamp? Why are you looking at me sideways, Lamp? Right. You want to go, white boy? Man. You want to go, white boy? Let's go, white Lamp. Oh, man.
I don't love Lamp. I don't.
I see that light bulb. You got an idea? I got an idea. Let's fight.
Right.
But it's crazy. And like you were saying, this I saw, I forget what it was, but they were talking in the Senate or Congress about, they were talking to Pete Buttigieg today about the cars and the electric cars and stuff like that. And Chip Roy, man, I that guy, I give that guy props because his points are just great. Like, and he comes with facts. Like he said, he has Buttigieg. Like he said that your bill goes up 17% when people use air conditionings in this. I don't know if he said summer. Just your electric bill goes up 17% per year for air conditioning. Now, what do you think the percentage would go up if you had one electric car plugged in? And Pete's like, I don't have that. And he's like, well, I'll tell you what it is. It'll double. And now everybody, now you got two people, so you need two electric cars. So now triple. And now you get a kid, you have a kid who has a car, now quadruple. Now your electric bill
is doubled.
Yeah, a triple, it's insane. And it's like, and everybody forgets, hey, where does electricity come from?
Exactly. Yeah. Coal and diesel.
And my favorite is every time I see a Tesla video and Tesla's got no power, what are they using to charge it? A gas-powered generator.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I've seen a picture of that shit before. It was a truck that pulled up with a fucking diesel ran generator plugged into an electric car. I'm like, the future's retarded, man. What the fuck is happening?
They were saying we were going to idiocracy when Trump was made president.
Oh, I know.
And now, now it's I'm going, wait, before was? Like, what do you think now is? Like, did you see AOC get arrested today?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, that shit was hilarious. Which I'm still waiting to see if she was arrested or if she was detained, because supposedly they took her wherever, but I don't even think she went to a precinct or anything like that.
Her and the 9/11 denier, Ilhan Omar, they both put their hands behind their backs like they had cuffs, and then in AOC's hunt and willingness to just want to be accepted, she had her hands behind her back And as she's walking, people were yelling stuff to her, and she goes, "Hi, hi."
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
And
And then you see
puts
Ilhan
it back
Omar.
like,
Yeah, puts it back like, "Oh, sorry, fuck it." Oh. And then Ilhan Omar is just walking the same way, and there's not a cop in sight. So I'm like, what?
it's all
And then,
fucking publicity shit. And they were outside what the Supreme Court, I guess, was it protesting the abortion shit, and
yeah,
all it is publicity stuff. Fucking yeah.
yeah. But it was funny when I first saw the headline. I go, I get. Listen, no senator and no congressman is getting arrested by the DC police or the Secret Service. It's just not happening. And I was like, it was staged. They had a
It was
conversation beforehand. Hey, you gonna have Todd arrest me? Yeah, we'll have Todd arrest you. We'll have John arrest you. And that's what I thought. And then I saw it, and it even was worse than what I thought it was.
yeah.
It was one person didn't even have an escort by a policeman. She kind of looked back like, hey, is there a cop coming? Hey, John, I thought you were coming.
Right.
It was.
Well, and that's the fucking funniest thing. Why? Like, okay, so they weren't the only ones. It has to be a publicity stunt. They weren't the only ones there protesting. Did anyone else even get arrested? Did anyone else get escorted out? As far as I know, no. And usually, whenever you're getting arrested, you're not walking away all like,
well, I mean,
smiling.
I've seen some drunk driving arrests, and they're pretty funny sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, I mean, but I'm talking like protest wise and shit like that. Usually, you're yelling at the cop, or you're like, "This is bullshit," or if you
don't
are
touch
smiling,
me, don't touch me,
right.
Stop touching me. You're not allowed to touch me.
Or if you are smiling, which I can maybe see, maybe if you are, it's because you did something and you feel like they were unlawful for what they're doing now because they're arresting you. She didn't do anything to even get arrested.
Yeah. It's all for pomp and circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Smoke and mirrors, dog. Smoke and mirrors.
It's just, it's smoke and mirrors while Biden's over there getting denied oil from the Saudi prince,
dude.
And all of a sudden, gas prices are going down. Oh my God, it's a miracle. I guess Biden can't be held accountable for that because, they didn't hold him accountable for the gas going up. So I guess it has nothing to do with him.
Yeah. As soon if gas starts going down, I'm like, Biden doesn't have nothing to do with that, right? I mean, he had nothing to do with it going up, right?
My favorite is the look on their faces when they're trying to talk to you and they're like, the president has nothing to do with gas prices, right? Right, guys? Right? The president has nothing to do with gas prices. 2 minutes later, gas prices are falling. You see how good the president is? He's making the gas prices fall. He's making those guys like, right, guys? Right, guys? Meanwhile,
right.
they're talking to their theys.
Right? Right. Are you talking to people around you or your multiple day personalities? What's going on here?
But it's insane. And there's people, speaking of abortion, like I watch these lives because for some reason TikTok just like I mostly follow conservative people and I don't mind seeing the other views, but like it's just predominantly left wing lives that I see of people I don't follow. And just the mental gymnastics they do about abortion is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Insane. Like they come up with this, well, and they're all smug and they're all and most of them are between the ages of like 17 and 24, 25-ish. And they're all just like, well, an atopic pregnancy is an abortion. And you're like, no, it's not. It's a medical procedure.
No,
it's in the fallopian. No, it's an abortion. You're killing the baby, aren't you? And your God is letting that baby die. Isn't it? It's like, listen.
No, there's babies that have been survived or have survived, not been survived, have survived ectopic pregnancies. If you want to go there, but okay, I guess you can go ahead and say that, but you're wrong. But okay.
Yeah, and it's like, and they just find all this like nonsense, and it's like, let's boil it down. Don't have sex.
Right. I mean, well, there's that, and I also understand, like, which I always say, then use a condom, and people will say it doesn't always work or it can break, and I'm like, yeah, that's called risk of life.
It's called risk. You jump out of a plane. There's a 99% chance you'll land. There's always that 1% chance that your parachute won't open and you'll die.
Right, right. Oh, yeah, exactly. And I like, I'm not, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the other deals. Like, I understand why some girls use uh abortion, or not abortion,
The
what's it
morning
called?
after pill.
Well, morning after pill. I'm back and forth about, but what's it called? Birth control. I understand why some use it and why some don't want to, because it can mess with your body in ways and blah blah. Which I'm kind of a proponent against big pharma and shit like that, so I can understand that. Now, when it comes to just the morning after pill, it's not it all it does is get rid of the egg and shit. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
it kills anything. Nothing's even been there's it people blow that shit out of proportion too, which that's why I say, like, if that didn't work, if you're using a condom, it didn't work, or it broke or whatever else, you literally have weeks until a fucking heartbeat is formed after that event happened to take that. Which really you should take it the next day, but you can take it within two, and it still generally does fucking work.
Yeah. And listen, I understand men are men, and there's a bunch of pigs out there who will rape a woman,
Mhm.
and and to act like another man won't do something about it, or like another man is not going to protect you because of it. Even if you're doing it falsely, you will still see somebody go out and beat the hell out of somebody, uh, and it turns out that it wasn't really what happened. But you know, take the
Mhm.
pill. If you take the pill the next day, you don't have. I mean, if you don't want to file a report or whatnot, just take it just in case. Just take it.
Right.
If you feel like what happened was wasn't consensual, because sometimes in the moment of the passion, both of you think it's what you want, and then you turn around and go, no, this is not what I want, and then you just the next day take the pill, you know but
Right, and
like
that's well,
there's
and
no
with that
reason.
one, it's not even that expensive. It's like fucking 20 or $40 or something in most places. Is like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And and but you'll get people to just jump on you like, oh, you're allowing, you don't care if a girl gets raped. No, that's not what I said. I
yeah,
didn't say that.
exactly.
I said, yes, if the girl is raped, people will take care of it. The justice system will take care of it. Even if the justice system doesn't take care of it. If I find out my daughter got raped, or if I found out my wife, or even a girl I know at work, if I know
Mhm.
that happened, probably a bunch of guys from my job are gonna grab pipes and whatever we need. Well, Kansas
Oh,
Kansas is a legal carry state, but we will do what we have to do. It's street justice. I mean, and there's
right.
a lot of
I'm a
people that will
big
do that.
proponent of that. I'm a big proponent of that. I'm so like, I
Oh, we
will
know.
leave I will leave a motherfucker laying next to his goddamn truck bleeding. I don't give a goddamn. But like you said, you need that can to get taken care of. That's the whole other issue. And yes, you should report it, even if you feel like you don't want to, whatever else. That can get taken care of. But the most important thing that you need to really take care of is that situation. If
Yeah.
you think that whatever happened inside of you, either take the pill or
Well, why wait? Why wait a couple weeks? You know what happened.
I know,
Okay,
yeah.
it's like what happened. You want. Here's the thing: if you don't know what happened, you know what happened. Take it just in case. What's
Right.
the worst that's going to happen to you? Just like they tell us to take the jab. Same thing. Well, take it. What you don't know, it could. Well, okay. So
Right.
take the pill. It could. It could not.
Right. Well, in
You,
my it and like you saying that too, like a big thing in my brain that comes to mind though too is like when people say they're scared or they don't or even if like a guy or a girl either way makes up a story about what may have happened in today's day and age, just this is gonna be my advice to anyone's fucking listen or whatever else, or if they want to put it out there to them, just fucking speak up.
Mhm.
Tell the fucking truth.
Yeah.
You can get past things so much faster these fucking days with the way things are. Just fucking speak up. Just speak the fuck up.
There's so many guys nowadays that, who excuse their girl for cheating
I
because,
know.
and there's so many girls that'll forgive their guys for cheating nowadays, and,
Mhm.
and they'll just look past it. I think that's one of the big problems, because when I was married to my ex, there were so many times that I wanted to, and I was just like, no, I'm in a loyal marriage, this, and
Mhm.
then, and I wouldn't do that because I think about what I would do if somebody did that to me. If somebody was banging my wife, boy, oh boy, would it
Yeah.
be, so like, but I had the opportunity, and I never did because I would feel bad. But now, and I still don't. I love my wife. I would never do anything like that. I can barely satisfy one woman. There's no way in hell I'm going to do two.
Right.
and,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
listen. I'm tired. I work like 90 hours a week. I can't even there's nothing.
Right, exactly. Oh
I don't
yeah.
have the brain. I don't even have the brain power for it. I'm like so dumb. She was just like, "Oh, how was work today?" I'd be like, "Oh, she was good." I mean, sorry. What? Work
Right.
was good.
Fuck.
I can't even buy nothing without her finding out. What did I buy? I bought something the other day, and I was trying to hide it from her, and she just out of the blue, she just went into my truck and she's like, "Hey, what's this?" And I'm like, yeah, I bought that when you were not going to tell me. I was trying not to, but I guess you found out. It happens every time. So yeah, I'm sorry. I love you.
I'm sorry.
Even with the laptop, I had to buy it, and I was sitting there going, okay. How do I tell her? Okay, how do I tell her? It's going to be a good thing. 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 It's going to be. And I got in, and I was like, I bought a laptop. I'm sorry. I just got to do the podcast, and I'll sell the other one. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell that. Whatever it takes.
Right. Hey.
So
Well, that's one good thing. I did see you were selling one of your the hunting or the bibs, the overall deal and
yeah.
stuff like that. But yeah, like whenever you get some, sell some other shit off, get the cash back, and yeah, same shit I always do.
I've never pawned anything in my entire life. I don't. That's not I
Oh
think
yeah,
jewelry.
well, I
Jewelry is a
don't
big thing in
pawn,
the East.
I don't pawn shit because fuck pawn shops selling to them, buying from them.
Yeah.
I've done that plenty. I've bought guitars. I've refurbished stuff from pawn shops, sold it off. But if you're gonna sell stuff, yeah, sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Sell it fucking what's it? The other one, Let Go or Offer Up. I think Let Go is gone, but I think it's Offer Up. They
Yeah.
combined or something like that. I've sold stuff through that. Sell them to actual people, so you
Well-
get fucking money that you think that you might deserve. Pawn
Well,
shops will rip you the fuck off.
Oh yeah.
But I understand why they got to make their dollar too. But yeah.
They wanted to give me $175 for that laptop, and I'm like, no, like I see you got a MacBook Pro on your website for $1,200, like, and you want me to sell this with you for? Well, I could probably get like $300 for it. No, you can't. Don't lie to me. No, you can't.
No.
It's 3 years old. It can go for another 7 years, probably. So don't give me that nonsense. It's
dude,
I could only give you. Shut up.
No, you can't. They'll end up selling it for like $700 to $800. I guarantee, easy.
Yeah. And it's just, but yeah, no, but sometimes like I sold my little speaker to a pawn shop for like 25, but the guy's like, yeah, I'll get $50 for it. And I was like, he's like, I'll give you 25. I'm like, whatever. I took that. And then I bought another speaker.
See, now that ain't bad.
So yeah.
See, that isn't bad.
Yeah. So I was like, but yeah, I've never pawned anything off, but now I'm just like, I'm trying to sell anything I can. So I saw this on a TikTok. I saw this thing on a TikTok, and I was like, I went and I looked
saw it
through
on a TikTok. I learned it by watching you.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of how I met my wife. I saw her on a TikTok, and I'm like, I want that, and I pulled her out of my phone.
Nice.
But yeah, I saw it on the TikTok, and the guy was talking about how he bought it like 6 months ago, and I'm like, and I was like, that's so cool. And I'm online, and I'm on Walmart because he said he was a Walmart exclusive, and I'm going through it, and I'm like, I can't find it. I'm like, and my thing is, if you put exclusive or
Mm-hmm.
limited release on it, I'm probably gonna end up trying to buy it because I want it. But
Yeah.
I was looking and I couldn't find it, so I go to eBay and I go, how much could it be, dude? $200 for this things they were going for on eBay. Yeah. So I was driving around to the different because I got 4 Walmarts here. And I was driving around and I couldn't find it. Finally, I go to the last Walmart that I was going to, and I found one. And I was like, holy crap. But this thing is freaking cool.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. That's
It's,
awesome. Oh, it's the Stranger Things boom. Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Because they had this one and the blue one now that they have. And the blue one's the only
Oh,
one you can
dude.
find. And I'm like,
I want to get an original one, but I want something like that, but I want the old boombox, the
yeah.
shoulder box. I want one of those bad boys so bad.
Dude, I can't believe the stuff that I find at garage sales here that is like brand new. I found what did I find? I found a cassette deck. Like one of those old Sony ones with the 2 speakers on the side, and you could take it with
Mm-hmm.
you, and it takes like the 6D batteries. It's got a CD
Oh
player,
yeah.
the 2 cassette. I was like, and it was like brand new, a Fisher. That's what it was. It was a Fisher. It was brand new.
Okay.
I'm like, holy crap, this thing's awesome. Just cleaned it up and everything like that, and everything works. I'm like, this is awesome. And I put it in the
Hell yeah.
garage. So like, but yeah, I found it. Dude, that thing's got Bluetooth.
Oh, yeah, it's a newer style, so it's gonna
Yeah.
have. Oh yeah, yeah.
But like, they're like, yeah, I got, some kid bought it and he's like, yeah, I got all these cassettes. These things are pretty cool. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm that old. I'm that old.
It's
I'm that,
hilarious. Like, yeah, that's my childhood.
yeah,
How old are you?
yeah, yeah,
40.
yeah. Sonny, you ever heard of those things called Walkmans? Yeah.
Right, dude. It's crazy. It's even crazy saying that I'm 40 that I halfway feel old, but it's like I don't mentally I'm still like 20 something just because the way that I am and shit physically probably feel a little over 40 sometimes, but I'm getting back in better shape and shit because I've been doing running and stuff. But as far as like knowledge, I feel like I'm fucking 80. Cause like I've been around since rotary fucking phones and shit. Like before even cell phones were really even a fucking thing. I still remember my fucking ABC beeper, fucking $10 a month.
Yup.
Not even. I
Yup.
think it was like 5 at first. It was like $5 a month or some shit. Like man,
Have you ever seen Louis C.K.? I believe it's on not Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, Jimmy Fallon, and he talks about how that he was on a flight and they had Wi-Fi, and middle of the flight, the Wi-Fi went down, and the guy next to him was just like, "This is fucking bullshit," and he's like, "Do you understand? We're on a plane with Wi-Fi." 40 years ago, when I was younger, we had to use a rotary phone. Like we had to
yeah,
make sparks in a phone. And if somebody had a 0 in their name, in their number, you're like, fuck him. Fuck him. I don't,
right.
because you just,
Oh, dude.
and then when you got it wrong and you had to start over again, and you got,
That's what I was gonna say. Like, when you gotta start over, you're like, no, fuck that guy, not even calling you back.
Nope. I'm just riding my bike to Jim's house. I don't care. I'm going to Bobby's house. I'm going to knock on Bobby's door and oh, dude, you didn't call me. Yeah, fuck you. Why is your last number 3000? Okay, that's bullshit.
Right. You didn't call me. You're damn right. I didn't. Took too much energy. Too much fucking more too much patience that I'm not willing to give.
It was shorter. It took less time for me to ride my bike here than it did to call you. How many times I messed up? I was on the second 0 and I hit the 1 by accident. So fuck that. I'm done. I just came over here. If your mom said no, I'll just ride my bike home.
Right.
But, yeah, man. It was so funny just to think. And now, these kids are just like, doesn't have Bluetooth. The flight doesn't have Wi-Fi. What the fuck?
Oh, dude. Yeah. They like that would be the whole thing is like, if shit hits the fan or whatever goes down, it's like, it's mainly going to be a big part of the younger generation that's going to fucking really have some fucking problems. They can't even live without fucking internet or anything like that.
Nope.
So many of them have no fucking idea how to do a whole hell of a lot of anything. And if anyone is somewhat in that camp that is going to be listening to this podcast, I recommend buying this Bushcraft 101 Wilderness Survival. And I have the advanced version. And also start looking toward herbal medicine books, forageable edibles, anything like that for like mushrooms, plants that you can eat and stuff like that, because you just need that knowledge. You need that knowledge because if anything ever happens, or even if like you are out, like you want to go take a fucking adventure, which I plan on doing at least next year. I want to go north to where I can do like a bushcraft type thing where I can actually use my environment because I can't really hear too much in Indiana. But you need this knowledge.
Mhm.
The knowledge is fucking like lost on an entire generation at least.
Yeah, well, I mean, now, like when I was growing up, we used to beat up the kids in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts and stuff like that. And now you're just like, hey, Teddy, remember when I beat you up in the 3rd grade because you're a Boy Scout? I'm sorry.
Mm,
my
you wanna,
apologies. Do you want to come
help
up?
me out?
Yeah. I need someone to make me a house out of toothpicks and glue.
Well, that was what was funny, that I was in Boy Scouts for a few years and I did not like it just because I didn't like the people around me or the kid. Like I felt like I mean it's good. I don't know. Maybe it was just the scouts that I was with and stuff, but I just did not like it.
No, I tried to be in the Boy Scouts once, and they didn't let me in, and I think that's why I wanted to beat them up, but they just didn't let me in. So I was like, "Fuck them."
Every time you see them, you're like,
"I got your cool kid right here. Cool this."
right?
Yeah. But but after seeing some news stories lately, I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Oh man,
Get
I
into
know.
some of those Boy Scout troops. Hey guys, let's go for an adventure. Nope.
Nope.
That's okay. Thank you. Thanks for keeping me out of that.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider. But that that would be something that I actually, now that you're saying something like that, that might, it's not the best area to do it, but I'm going to start looking into my area around here, see if there's even any like wilderness fucking like classes or bushcraft style, survival style, anything like that. Because if there isn't, I wouldn't mind starting to do that like myself. Like I'll get my son with me, and also my little girl, my youngest Bree. She's 6, and she's been watching like bushcraft videos with me and stuff, and I'm teaching her like actually all the terms and stuff. So when she sees stuff, she knows it. And the other day, whenever the dude was making what is called a feather stick, basically you take a stick, end up fucking just peeling down the side, so you make tinder for yourself to light a fire.
Yeah.
She's been seeing it all the time. Now she's like, feather stick. That's a feather stick. I'm like, yes, that's right. Yeah. And also it's awesome. She's like, it's awesome now too. Cause she's like, hey daddy, she just comes out. She just looks at me. She's like, I don't trust the government. It walks away. I was like, my baby.
Yeah. Now if we could just work on this vegan shit, we'd be okay.
Oh, I know, dude. I was so hot that day when I posted that shit, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try to get her a little bit more into whatever, but it's just I fear for stuff more than being mad about it. I just fear that she's not gonna get the right amount of proteins and certain nutrient denseness, because basically, literally, meat is the most nutrient dense food on the planet. Yes, you can get a lot of stuff from vegetables and stuff, other things, but it's usually supplemental is what vegans have to do, or vegetarians, because they don't eat certain amounts of things, so they have to supplement, which I don't want her to have to even start running into. She's only fucking 6. Like,
well, I mean, you should just have her watch Naked and Afraid and go, you see this? This is what happens when you just eat just eat plants. You end up like these people.
right?
Do you think have you seen a cow on this show? No. They're just eating plants. Look at them. They look all decimated.
You see the cow on the show? No, exactly. That's the problem.
You know the first thing that they do when they go back to their hotel? They eat a steak. That's what the first thing they do. You know? Oh, they go to McDonald's.
I guarantee. Wasn't there at least one episode that they had a couple of vegetarians on? that they had to eat some. I think so, yeah, because I used to watch that shit a lot.
There's like 900 episodes of that. It's just it just on a rerun on.
It is, and it's more or less basically the same thing. Like after a while, I got bored with that because to me, if shit hits the fan, I'm not going to be naked and afraid. I'm going to be suited up and busting out. So like now I'm more into like I want to see what people can do. Like, there was that one show Alone or something like that where it's like whoever lasted the longest, and they put them like basically you got a tent, whatever gear you want to bring. I think it was up to like 10 items, blah blah. And this one dude lasted like a month out in fucking
Really?
like this crazy freezing ass fucking weather and shit like that. Like that's the type of shit that I want to fucking be able to do.
Well, my favorite show when it came on was, you remember that show Utopia, where they got a bunch of people and they put them just in this like makeshift place, and they had to restart, like they were restarting the population kind of like, and they were starting from nothing. And then, so they had their own, they had a trade and like if the whole world went to shit, like this is what would happen. And they took it off, I guess, because it wasn't enough drama. But like they were going at it. Like they would be like, "Oh, you drank the last of the water. Now I got to go all the way down. You didn't fill the water up." I was like, "Yeah, that's basically how it'd be." Like you get people
exactly.
yelling about,
Not enough drama because fucking Ken that was living didn't sleep with fucking
Oh.
Ashley.
"Oh
blah, blah, blah.
God, yeah,
See, that's their drama. They don't want life drama. They want fucking drama that
yes.
nobody gives a fuck about. That doesn't mean shit, especially in that time.
Yeah." I mean, yeah, like it's all about who you sleep with now. Like I saw, what the heck was it? There's a new show that's coming on, or it's on, and yeah, basically you can't talk, but you have to find your mate. You have to do everything you have to do with your body language, and then like
First thing I do is get up, pull it out, and be like,
it's kind of what the coming attraction is. It's just this girl on top of a guy, and it looks like his like things there, and like she's just grinding on it, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
right?
Like, yeah, it's this new stupid show that's coming on, which my wife is not a tyrant. I have to put that out there. She says you make me look like such a she's not a tyrant. A lot of this is exaggerated. Okay, my wife is a wonderful person, babe. Take the gun away. I don't need the gun, babe.
Take the
gun. Put it away. I love you. I love you. Go back. I love you. Bye.
Blink twice. Blink twice.
Oh man, she's great, dude. I mean, listen, I'm so happy. Like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have a lot of stuff that I have right now.
Hell yeah,
it's great, and
including the sex life. No,
yeah.
Oh shit!
I wouldn't have one of those. I mean, especially, dude. Could you like? That was one of the things in my last marriage that I was just like, I couldn't. At first, I'm like, I can't see just starting over again. Like, how do I just put that time and effort into it? And then you just find someone who you fall in love with, and you're just like, okay, I'll do it again. Like, fuck it.
Right. Well, that's the main thing is, which I've definitely done myself, is the overthinking aspect.
Yeah.
It's which I'm starting to learn a little bit more. Like for me, people can even, like when you go to my TikTok, other people can see it. I even make stuff that talk shit about myself because I know how I was in all of that. See, I'm still getting over some bullshit that was for me at first, but then it's also letting go of things and getting over things, not overthinking. Thus is life.
Yeah. Listen, they say youth is wasted on the young, and they're so right. Like, I mean, I think I say it every episode, but like, I was a dick when I was 8. When I was like, I don't fault my daughter's mother for doing a lot of the stuff that she did, because I put her through hell, know, and like being older, I see that. And like, if anybody did that to my daughter, I'd kill them. But like,
right.
And I see that, and like, I've acknowledged it, and I've told her, like, I'm sorry for all the stuff I've done, but she just can't get over it. And I'm like, okay, like whatever. it is what it is. I was a shitty person. My apologies, and I don't want to be that person.
Mm-hmm.
And and especially with drinking, man. If it wasn't for Trish, I would have never been able to stop. I went for 15 years straight.
Right.
And and she gave me a reason to quit, and she was the reason why I quit. And she wasn't the reason why I quit, but she helped. It helps to have somebody who doesn't drink, to be like, and the love that I have for her is just like, I don't want to be that person. I want to be a better person, and that's the
Mhm.
way she makes me like that. She
Oh
makes
yeah,
me,
makes you want to be a better man.
yeah.
Makes you want to be a better person.
I mean, she thinks about the most random shit I've ever. We were driving home from Oklahoma, and she just started talking about like
What if
Bigfoot
you
and
combined?
God.
What
Yeah,
if you combined
I
cheddar and mozzarella?
I told her
Would that
she
be
does.
a good cheddarella? Would that?
I told her she does stoner talk. Like out of the, she's like, maybe if like there was 16 billion stars and like maybe 1,300 planets, maybe it would be okay. But I think if we had 16 million planets and 14 million stars, and I'm like, okay, yeah,
That's kind of
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And and I feel stupid when I talk to her because she's so intelligent and book smart, and she reads, and I'm like, I see the pictures. Like she's read all the Harry Potters, and I've watched all the Harry Potter movies.
Right.
And she could
I
tell
hear
me like,
ya.
oh, this is not in the book, this is in the book. And I would love to read. I would love, but 3 minutes into reading, I just go, what's on TikTok?
No, I can hear you. Reading can be like I've gotten more into it. Reading can be a motherfucker. It's hard to calm your mind and keep going
Yeah.
through because I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I will reread the same page twice at least because my mind will start wandering. I have ADHD like a motherfucker. Squirrel. But whenever
Yeah.
that whenever shit like that happens, then it's go back to it, try to reassess yourself and get back into it. But a big thing that I will recommend, which I'm glad that we're starting to talk about that, is audiobooks.
Yeah.
Audible, if you can listen like a podcast or anything like that, which I just finished Nick Offerman's book, Paddle Your Own Canoe. Wonderful book. Very well done. I love Nick Offerman. I love that he uh voiced it on Audible because that man that man's voice I think is so incredible and I love his sense of humor. And he makes me want to have a better vocabulary like a motherfucker. The way that he goes about saying things, he can paint a picture like all hell. I love that. I love when people can tell a story and they actually make it an image in your mind.
Yeah.
But he came up through theater and stuff, so he has that essence about him in an ability to do it. But nonetheless, he has other books that I want to get just to because he is a very manly dude.
Yeah.
And
That beard
everyone
is
wants
man. That mustache is manly.
oh, hell yes, and he talks
Oh,
about it often, and he's always like, "This character needs a badass mustache." But but everyone always wonders or says that he's not like Swanson, which no, he's not totally, but I think he holds some of those values.
yeah.
And whenever you listen to, like, him in that book and some other things, you can tell that he does, but I definitely 100% think that his line saying, "I believe that gay married couples should be able to protect their marijuana farms with machine guns," as Ron Swanson, I think he does believe that.
Yeah.
Because he is a big advocate for weed, which I'm all about. I love weed myself too, and I think it should be legalized. But no, but beyond that, I just think he's a very grounded, earthed, manly type of guy. Super good carpenter and shit, and I cannot recommend his book enough. Just definitely get his book, Paddle Your Own Canoe by Nick Offerman. Get that shit.
When I say all the bacon, I don't think you understood what I meant. I meant all your bacon.
Yeah. Oh, you're bacon.
Like, yeah, that dude is just articulate
But yeah, if there's a
beyond
book that
belief.
if there is a book that you want to get though, try the Audible edition because yeah, it is sometimes hard to actually sit down, concentrate, give yourself time to because ADHD too, yes, because then we start thinking of other things. But at least with the Audible style or whatever you want to get it on, you can do sections also and listen to it, re-listen. It's not like you're actually reading it, you can be going for a walk or whatever. Throw it on.
Well, I should have brought them in here. I just actually just got one of those Bluetooth whatchamacallit, the Bluetooth speakers that go around your head on that in that cloth, like you could sleep with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was, because I have to fall asleep to something. I can't be
I
quiet.
gotcha.
I can't have quiet. I mean, Trish is playing her games and the TV's on, but I just need that something in my ear, So I got those, and I was putting it off. And this is my thing. Anytime I put something off to buy, I end up loving. Like, I was like, I'll never get a Yeti. They're too expensive. I've got 8. I've got 8 Yetis.
They're the
Not only
shit.
not only the 8 Yetis, but I have all the Walmart brand kind of Yetis too. And I'm like, I can just spend $6 on it. It's just fine.
Oh, they're good to just drink something, but it ain't no Yeti.
And yeah, so now I spent the other $7 to $12 to $18 plus the $45 for the Yeti. So, but I got those because I was just like, because I was trying to find every kind of headphones. I bought these little ones by On, which are, dude, for $20. These are awesome. For $20 freaking dollars. These little things are so good.
Hell yeah.
But they were falling out of my ears, so I bought those. I was looking at the Amazon reviews and everything. The quality got like the headphones of the sound was like a 4.7. It was the best one. I'm like, okay, it was like $18, and I put them on. I put it on today. I was like, holy crap! Like, half volume is loud. Like, Trish heard it at half a volume.
No shit, damn.
Yeah. So they're really good. So yeah, maybe I'll get the Nick Offerman book and I'll put those on and I'll just listen to it to fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
To.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm the same way with shit like that too. I don't care if it's fucking dead or winter or whatever's happening. My fan is on fucking full blast when I'm asleep at night because I need that white noise.
I that was another thing that I was like, I didn't want to get is Ryobi has this little fan. And I have a whole bunch of Ryobi stuff, and I have a Ryobi big fan right here under me because like that breeze that comes under you is nice.
From under
the from under breeze. But like, one of the guys at work got that fan, and I was like, oh man, I'm like, I wanted to get it. He's like, yeah, they got them at Home Depot for like $20-something, and I know. And I was like, yeah, it was like 20 something. I was like, okay. And I had some cash on me. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get it. And I went and got it. It was like $20. And now I put it next to me on my little dresser thing, my little nightstand that I have.
Yeah.
Dude, it's on one, it's perfect. It's like that big, and the air just flows right onto me, and it takes a Ryobi battery. And I got the big kind of Ryobi battery, and it lasts like 4 nights through the whole night, 4 days straight, and it just stays on. And it makes that little fan noise that I need, and I'm like, oh my god,
hell yeah!
It's so nice. I mean, the house is like 70 degrees, and that's on, and she's sitting there and she's shivering.
Oh yeah, girls, she's cold. Dude, I'm like a hot box at night. I swear to God, like my ex, and she, if we ever were able to talk to her, she would tell you straight up, I was her goddamn heating pad at night because I am a literal fucking torch at night. It seems like every time I get under a cover, my body's like, like heat.
Oh,
I don't know what it is too.
That's Trish. Trish is the same way. Trish will be cold the entire day. It could be 99 degrees out. It can be. Like, we were driving home, it was 108 coming through Oklahoma, and she wanted the windows open. She's like, she had the windows open, and I'm like, okay. And for a little while it was good, and then it was like, okay, roll the window up. And she was like, okay. And she rolled the window up, and she turned the air on. She put her jacket on. She put her parka on, and then and her sweatsuit. And then, but when we get home at night, she'll be cold, and then all of a sudden, I'll wake up in the middle of the night. And it's like the third circle of hell under that blanket, and she's just eradicating all this heat. I'm like, where does this heat come from? You're such a little tiny little thing, and you put
Uh-huh.
off more heat than the sun.
Right.
And I'm like, you're cold throughout the whole day, and at night she sweats, and I'm like, I don't. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I don't care, because you know what? I get to put the air conditioning on the lowest setting possible, and that's fine.
Oh yeah.
But
I
it's
love
just,
that type of shit at night, dude. If I could have my room at like 65 at night, I would fucking sleep so good, just fucking wrapped under. Oh yeah.
oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
So I went to my favorite place, the thrift store, and I wanted to get one for a while, and but they're like 50, $60, and I'm like, I'm not spending $50, $60. And I went to the thrift store, and I'm looking through the blankets, because she has me with a blanket fetish, so I have to touch every blanket and see how soft it is. And I look, and I see this blanket on this like giant hanger, and I was like, is that what I think it is? And I go, and it's a weighted blanket, and I looked at it, it was $7. I'm like, I pulled it off. I'm like, "Ugh." And I'm putting it out, and I'm like, okay, all right. And I'm looking for any stains, and I'm like, and it still kind of had the new tag on it and everything like that. I'm like, okay, dude, holy cow, is a weighted blanket amazing?
Really? I've never used one.
Oh, dude. Holy smokes. Like there's a cool side and a not so cool side. And I was using the cool side for a while. But and I'm one of those people that has to grab a pillow, and I put it in front of me, and and I have it in front of me no matter what. And I had this weighted blanket on, and I'm telling you, it was just like the calmness. They say if you have anxiety, kind of, to just, dude, the calmness I felt with this blanket on, it was so amazing. It was.
I might have to try that, because
dude.
there's plenty of times at night, especially like when I first lay down, depending on how tired I am, I will lay there for like 2 hours and can't sleep. Because I just can't get comfortable or whatever else, but maybe anxiety wise or whatever, or just shit on my mind and stuff. But I wonder if that would maybe help. I might have to
Dude,
try that. I might have to get one.
I'm telling you, it is. Like I said, I wanted one for a long time just to test it out, but they're kind of expensive, But
Hey, it might be worth it
at the thrift store, and I got it, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
Well, I mean, yeah, at the thrift, but I might be able to find one even. Well,
Yeah.
not even used or anything, but a decent price, like even on eBay or something.
Yeah.
There's so many fucking deals these days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, man, I recommend it if you have anxiety, if you have ADHD, whatever, it's just, and I think it's like 15 pounds, and it just weighs you down.
You're waking up in the middle of the night, like working out with it.
Yeah. Dude, I folded it to put it under the bed because it was getting too hot, and I'm like pushing it under. Like I felt like I was doing football again when I was pushing the sled. I'm like, I was like, but
fucking shoulder in the bed to get it under. And your wife's like, "What are you doing?
Get in there, Bessie. Get in." But yeah.
We just went on a life rant there for a little while, which was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is a real show. We don't.
Hell yeah! See, that's one thing that actually, good point. Somebody just asked me again not too long ago, because I told him about the podcast and stuff. One of my buddies, and he's starting to check it out, and I wouldn't mind even having him on, because he's a fisherman and he's been to like a few different places, like doing some big game fishing and shit, which I would love to have him on.
Yeah.
But I always get asked, what's the theme of the podcast or what is it about? First thing I always say is, like I've told you, it's a mix of Drinking Bros podcast meets Timcast IRL, stuff like that. Because yeah, we do touch on issues, but like just like Drinking Bros, like I mean, I drink, you don't, which is actually pretty awesome that you don't, and that we can still be in this fashion. But like Drinking Bros, they're just very comfortable about stuff. They just bullshit about things, even if it is about an issue or whatever else, or they'll just talk about fucking movies or what the fuck's been going on, just giving their opinion, funny stuff like that. And obviously they cuss just as much as me and him do, but that's the type of stuff that I love. Business Party Podcast does not have a theme.
No,
Never really has.
We're just two dudes who just talk about whatever, it's kind of, it's kind of like therapy. It's like therapy, like whatever you have on your mind, and we both have a lot of political stuff on our mind, but it just goes to wherever it goes. It can end up,
and the main thing that I told him is we are very pro freedom, very, very pro free speech, and very pro 2A.
Mm-hmm.
Those main things, which people can say, oh, that makes you right wing. Actually, no, it doesn't. It just makes us actually, if anything, it makes us pro Constitution. If you want to fucking put it under something.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's this podcast is just, and let me tell you, when we did the episode that'll never air, and when I forget his name, Comanche, Comrade.
Commodore. Oh, definitely not Comrade.
Commodore. Listen, I'm not used to using these fancy words, so okay. My name is Troublemaker. Okay. So when Commodore was on last week, and he said that which he will be on again, because, and hopefully like this time it'll be no holds bar. Not that it was not no holds bar like last time.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I told him that too. He didn't totally understand, didn't know how far he was going to go, and I was like, "Oh, we go all the way. The only thing is obviously no racism or bigotry, but we aren't any of that." So it's.
But when you said you had a great time and a fun time on this, I was just like, that's all it is. That's all it is. If you come on and have a fun time, and we have if we spat about anything, I mean, we haven't had anybody, I think he was the first guest we kind of had, but
yeah.
If we have anybody on, I we don't care, as long as no disrespect was had, like we can have a good time,
Oh yeah, dude, exactly. Yeah. And it's been one thing that I even said when you saw the post and then eventually became the co-host, I even said I'll have on fucking liberals, socialists, even a communist or whatever else. We may not agree on things, but the one main thing is even at the beginning, the only thing that we have to agree on is to not get loud with each other. Yeah. Because that stuff has happened before on Drinking Bros podcast. Yeah. And fucking Dan Holloway went off on the guy, and he fucking dipped out and shit because he was going after Dan about the fucking whole jibby jab, and Dan was like, well, that's a fucking choice. Anyone can do what the fuck they want, and you don't have fucking proof that it even works. And he starts saying, well, it's fucking people like you, there people are dying, blah, and they're like, well, fuck you. Yeah. And then they fucking kicked him off. Like, you can't be, even if somebody doesn't want something, you have to understand why they don't. You can't be pro, you have to fucking do this. That's the main thing.
Listen, like the abortion thing. I'm against abortion 100%. But if you have your feelings about it, I'm not going to tell you you're an idiot or a moron for having your feelings about it. We're all different. We're all different. We all see things a different way. Just because I don't see it the same way as you, it's not like I don't have respect for your opinion. And I see more and more is that people are just like, they don't respect anybody else. Well, how could you feel? Because that's the way I feel. We're all different. How do you feel about macaroni and cheese? You don't like it? I like it. How do you feel about Brussels sprouts? I can't have it without bacon. But other than that, if you like Brussels sprouts, good on you. Like, what is that going to affect me? What is your as long as I don't have to pay for your abortion, I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want.
Well, it's like the whole same thing with like the whole the transgender deal and stuff like that. Like some of that, it's not that I don't totally agree with it. It's just not my thing. But also, I don't hate you for it. I will support the fuck out of you. I think you deserve every goddamn right that everyone else does. And that is exactly how the fuck it should be. And also, what you do in the bedroom or what you do outside of or how you dress or whatever else has nothing to fucking do with me, and that's how the fuck it should be. The reason why any controversy is happening because it's being shoved in people's face.
And what do we say? Just don't shove it in my face.
Just don't shove it in my face.
That's it. That's all. Degeneration.
Right?
Yeah, but and the thing is, like, people would come on here and just be like, "Hey, man, what you said was like, okay, so I said it. You
Right.
have your own opinion, I have my own opinion. And you know what
Uh-huh.
opinions are like? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Some
Yeah,
people have
exactly.
brown ones. Some people have brown assholes. Somebody has white assholes. Somebody has red assholes. We all have assholes. They're just different.
I was gonna make a TikTok one day, which I still kind of want to, but it went along those lines, basically like everyone has a opinion or opinions like assholes. Everyone has one, and be like, and I have one, and I am one. So either way,
Some people do the Michael Jackson and bleach their assholes.
oh my god, get the fucking Nick Offerman book. There's so many goddamn references I could have just like.
I got
get
I'm
it.
gonna see how much I'm gonna get it and listen to it because I like that dude a lot. So,
but actually, on this note, going out. Speaking of shoving in people's faces, they're trying to pass a fucking bill through the Senate to add 4 seats to the Supreme Court, which means packing the goddamn Supreme Court. When that shit happens, that means mob rule. People want actual. Well, it doesn't totally. Okay, saying it that way is wrong. That means that they will pass things more in the fashion that they want because they will put people in there, which people are saying that's what Trump did. That's why things happen the way. Okay, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. Now, the bad thing is you add 4 liberal or Democratic justices, everything will be to that side now too. And also, if that shit starts happening, you know damn well that they're going to start pushing to get rid of the filibuster because they've already been talking about it, especially Barack Obama doing it at old boy's funeral.
When they used it an absorbent amount of time when Trump was in office, and now they're calling it racist. Like, how could you?
Exactly.
How can you use a something that and then call it racist the next? That's like 2 people running for president, and one calls the other one a racist, and then decides to be his vice president.
Right. Oh, dude, exactly. Yeah. And then I literally have heard people say that the filibuster is undemocratic. It's like, no shit. That's the point of a republic because it's called checks and balances. That means that you can't have 51 over fucking 49. That's why you need 60-40.
Yeah. Yeah. Because once again, if it's a truly bipartisan issue, it's truly bipartisan, meaning that a majority, no matter what side you're on, wants it. And it can't be, that's why they want to just throw the electoral college and everything. And listen, to be honest with you, I used to think the electoral college was stupid until I really dug in and what I thought it really is. And like, well, why do the people in Montana have because people in Montana should have a voice, and it's like, well, all those stupid states. I heard something today that blew my mind. People are blaming Middle America for the cow farts and everything like that. Have you heard that? AOC and all of that.
Oh yeah.
No, this was a conversation I had with Trish. This is one of the stoner conversations we had. She was like, yeah, they're talking about cow farts causing all these global emissions, yet the cities aren't the problem. And I'm thinking, I go, yeah, in Manhattan, you got what? Thousands of high rises. Each high rise has what? 30, 40 floors average. And then every floor has an air conditioning in every window. And that's not causing any issues?
Oh yeah, no, well, I've heard people talk about that too, which I can also see what they're saying with that. And see, but that's a bad thing is it'll start playing into the 2030 agenda type style of trying to electrically do everything. But there's also been I forgot was it Pat Gray or I forgot what I was listening to today because I listened to so many fucking different things, but like the solar panels. Solar panels have they use a decent amount of not very good power, or they distribute a decent amount of not very good power, which goes along some of those lines. But they also have like cadmium, fucking lead in them, a whole lot of shit that is just not fucking good. That we haven't been putting in anything. Lead bullets. That's about it. That's why they fucking put it out of everything else. But let's just go ahead and fucking put solar panels on everything and
But
fucking it conserve no energy because they don't do shit, especially for a big system. For like something like me, say if I was doing the bushcraft stuff and I had my own little generator or whatever else, I could power a few things for myself. You want me to power an entire fucking house off some solar panels? My whole fucking roof will have to be solar panels,
yeah,
and it may last for a few days if shit happened.
yeah, yeah. And then what happens when those solar panels go out? What do you do with those solar panels? You throw them
Yeah.
away, and now the lead and all that stuff is in a dump somewhere and going right into the water and all the streams and stuff like that. Like,
Right,
but they don't.
exactly. Yeah.
Nobody
Same
thinks
with
about
electrical car lithium batteries. Elon,
it.
you may want to fucking do something about that before being like, oh, we can go to Mars and all that shit. How about you fucking worry about how your biodegradable shit is not being biodegradable because you want to fucking make electric cars for everything? Where are these batteries going?
Yeah. Once they die, once the solenoids die, that's it. They can't be
Yeah.
regenerated,
No.
but like you were saying, they talk about this packing the core, and they always make it seem like it's a great thing. Like, oh, so you don't like that it's a Republican kind of sided court, so you're going to do everything to make it more of a left-leaning court? Like, I don't understand. So,
Right.
okay, so it's not fair that it's right-leaning, but it's fair when it goes left. Like, how does that make any sense?
Exactly. Oh yeah, dude. Exactly.
And it's so stupid. Like they talk out, but and the Democrats will push for it, and the Republicans will try to push back against it, and the
Well,
Republicans are just spineless.
that's the main thing. Some will, but I have a feeling that if something like that does start happening, maybe they will push back against packing the court and putting those 4 justices in. But I don't even have faith in them anymore at all because of everything that keeps getting just kind of pushed through, sending damn near $100 billion fucking dollars to Ukraine by now and shit, like, which is we've already had all this conversation and shit, like
Change my
they're
tax
like
status. Can't
yeah,
wait to my next check.
I know, yeah. Well, but
These
I'm trying to. Well, I'm
these
trying to
motherfuckers
encourage
still
more.
have $5,000 of mine. They still don't. They keep sending, and that's what I don't understand. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's what I
No,
understand is
yeah,
that these people are just like, yeah, let's you don't support Ukraine. No, I give a shit.
no. I'm
I
sorry,
don't
I
give a
don't.
shit. When you've got celebrities, Soros, Bush, Biden, and the media telling me I should be for something, maybe I shouldn't be for
Well,
that.
here's Oh, dude, exactly. But here's the one thing too when it comes to that. Okay, you want to say to us, "Oh, you don't support Ukraine." You know what? I can support Ukraine just fine. What I don't support is you sending all our goddamn money when the inflation is the way it is, the economy is the way it is, over there when we didn't say in a vote that we want to send it over there.
Yeah.
Our government is not fucking representing exactly what we want anymore because I guarantee if we went through a majority of America, those people will not want that money sent there. You want to send them some weapons and shit? Cool. How about the goddamn weapons that you left in Afghanistan, Sleepy Joe? Why don't you send that shit the fuck over there?
Yep. It's insane. And then they go right to, well, then you're a Putin supporter. Did you see that video the other day where Putin already said, fuck around and find out?
Mm-hmm.
He told America, fuck around and find out.
Oh, dude, they already said they'll send 2 of those Satan 2 missiles to our fucking East Coast and blow our whole East Coast up. Guess how fast those missiles reach our East Coast?
How
Within
fast?
7 fucking minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes, the whole East Coast would have to fucking be out. Do you think they can do that?
No, it'd be like Independence Day. Oh my God, I'm sitting here with my you can't, my therapist. I'm trying to get a hold of my therapist.
Oh my God, that's funny. You said that dude's voice. That's like that shit stands out so much.
What do you mean he's not available? He's $700 a minute. What do you mean?
Right? Oh my
But,
God, that's fucking hilarious.
But people don't. Well, once again, that was one of the reasons why I left that was one of many reasons why I left the East Coast, because the coasts are insane, and two, it's easy for them to just, especially now. Like, we're decimated. They got rid of 60,000 troops or something like that because they wouldn't take the jab.
Mm-hmm.
And then they want to start a war with somebody. Like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah.
What are we? And then they want to take our guns away. Like, guys, what? So then, what do we have? What do we have?
Oh, dude, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's,
Well, here's one thing too with some of the more the more shit that they do with the guns, even if it becomes federal law in ways, states literally do have the ability to say fuck you to the federal government.
yeah.
We can, like, in Indiana, we're a red state, and if Holcomb, if he grew more balls, and if something like that happened, we can make ourselves a gun sanctuary area. We can say no high capacity magazines are allowed here. You can own whatever the fuck you want here. You can have it shipped here, and the federal government, you can suck our dick. The only thing is, they'll hold money against them.
Yeah.
That's why everybody should just fucking stop filing, go exempt, because we need to hurt the pockets of the big government. Exactly.
Yep. Exactly what everybody should do. I'm not
Yes.
saying I did it, but that's exactly what everybody should do.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's another thing is like everybody's like, oh, so every state should just, do you not understand how the Constitution works? Do you not understand that that's what it's about? Just because we're the United States of America, like, do you understand? Everybody does federal income taxes against the law.
Yeah.
Like, federal income tax, you're supposed to give your money to the state, and the state's supposed to give the money to the government. That's how it works. But now they just like, well, we're going to tax this, we're going to tax that, we're going to tax this, we're going to tax that. I paid $500 in taxes last paycheck. I get paid every 2 weeks. $500 out of my check.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's just federal. That's not state. That's not, whatever. $500 went to the government because they need to send more money to Ukraine.
Oh, dude.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, when are people just going to understand what it's really about? It's not. And once again, it's not us against us. Stop. They're throwing the racist issue out just to get you people. Well, what do you mean, you people? They're trying to throw the racist thing out to get people mad. And the fact that people are trying to do this mental gymnastics on what a BIPOC is like, well, and it literally is the color thing. Like, oh, this is good, this is bad. Well, no, not. Well, no. Okay, hey guys, can we just move it down a little? Okay. Ready? This is good. This is bad. Guys. No, wait. You forgot these people. You forgot. Oh, okay. This is good. This is bad. I'm sorry. Are you just trying to say all lives matter instead of, what you really, what you want to say, what everybody's supposed to say? Because if it's everybody from here to here, except for this one, maybe that's all.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like,
they're all about moving goalposts.
Oh God, it's maddening. And you just look at people and just go,
yeah, you
eat paint chips, don't you?
That's what I just don't get. Like, even like the liberals and stuff like that, like, they're all, whatever you're mad about, if you're on the left and liberal and you're mad about things that are happening, why are you still giving the government your money then? You think they don't represent you? You're so mad about things. Why are you still giving the government your money then?
I have no
I
idea.
think that's the only way to hit them. I really do.
Yeah, stop. So, and what are they going to do? What they're going to come up once again? I've said this before. When we were going through the whole situation in the last 2 years, and people started to realize that it wasn't as bad as they were making it, and people were getting upset that they were still having to be home after a year and something. And I go, okay, so just go out. Well, I can't. Why? Well,
Like, yeah, you
then
can.
we'll get arrested. There's 18 cops in the whole town. You think 18 cops are going to do anything against 30,000 people?
Right. Well, also, also with that, people became so ignorant to what is actually a law and what isn't. As soon as it becomes a mandate, that's not a fucking law. That's a goddamn recommendation / suggestion. Period. That's all it is. And if a
Listen,
cop wants to try to arrest you for that, sue the fucking goddamn police station.
yeah. And if everybody sues the police station, we'll defund the police. Yeehaw!
Yeah, we'll
Idiots.
do exactly what all you
Idiots.
dumbasses wanted because they wanted to enforce some bullshit that wasn't fucking allowed to be enforced in the first place.
Yeah, it's just listen. They can't give us our money back right now, and they're like, well, we can only do 200,000. You think if everybody stopped paying their tax, you think their head would explode?
Yep.
Trying to go after everybody. They don't have enough people, and you think the people who are at the IRS or whatnot actually really care. There's a lot that do, but there's a lot that have family that are just like, you're right. I don't care. Who cares?
Well, it's yeah. The whole funny thing is like people just being scared to not pay it or not even not paying, just not filing going exempt. I'm sorry, but it's not their money. That's your fucking money. You guys just stop fucking giving into the system. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, we pay taxes on everything.
Yeah.
We pay taxes on food here. It's something I never did in Jersey. In Jersey, we never had a food tax.
Really?
No, Jersey doesn't have,
shit.
for as much garbage as it is. I mean, they take your taxes everywhere else you can. You go outside and you step on a lawn and, hey, tax it that. You're a walking tax. I mean, but they didn't have a food tax, But
No
here,
shit.
I'm like, you have to pay tax on food?
Well, that's why I
Like,
want to go to I want to go to Florida because there's no income tax.
Yeah, and Delaware, Delaware doesn't have it either. So, old Sleepy Joe is not paying income taxes.
Oh, what a dick!
But Trump didn't pay his taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna shut this down.
Listen. This show is so great. The fact that we went 2 minutes before we started, like, I don't even have anything to talk about. Well, I got this stuff to talk about. Here we are approaching 2 hours, and we're like, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I got a couple other things, but no, save for next week.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is great. And if anybody wants to join us, they're more than welcome to join us. Don't care, I don't care if you, if you're a garbage man, because I know them motherfuckers must have some good stories of some things that they,
oh hell yeah,
that they see. I
exactly,
don't care
yeah.
what you are. If you got an interesting story to tell us, you're more than welcome. We're not one of those pompous people like, you can't come on our podcast. I don't care.
Right. Well, then that's one of the main things too, is like I've tried to put out to people is like, I don't care if you're known or not known. I really don't give a shit if I find you interesting or you want to have a conversation and we can just have a good time or actually learn from each other or anything like that. Let me know. Yeah. Come on the podcast. Let's do it.
With that, I've actually changed my Twitter. I finally got MW Troublemaker. It let me change it, so it's no longer Midwest Trouble 1. It's MW Troublemaker on Twitter. Twitch,
Sweet.
Which I have to get back on. I haven't played it in a while. I mean, the kids are gone now, so I have a little extra time. But yeah, I should be back on Twitch soon. YouTube, I'm going to just start throwing up some stuff on YouTube that I find interesting. Maybe I'll do some drama talk because there's a lot of drama on TikTok. Maybe some movie stuff. You know, I gotta see. But I'm always tired.
Yeah.
And like you, I can't talk to myself. So, but yeah, maybe I'll just throw some clips from here on YouTube and
Yeah.
whatever. Other than that,
Yeah, do it.
Midwest Troublemaker on TikTok. I make videos whenever I feel inspired or when I see I duet a lot of stuff or stitch a lot of stuff that I find that people are just make me laugh for stupidity, like that girl who said she was a bird.
Yeah.
I made a stitch. I mean, it's still in my drafts, but yeah,
Right.
people are interesting. I don't miss TV at all. I watch TikTok could take you from comedy to drama to sci-fi, science fiction to
Mm-hmm.
to home and garden.
Oh
It's
yeah.
got it gives you everything. So, but yeah, that's where we are. And you?
Hell yeah, Business Party Podcast 1, 2, and 3. I on TikTok. I have all those accounts. So if you see Business Party Podcast 1, 2, or 3, follow those. I have the same profile picture on all that. Which I have thought about somewhat maybe making a different one. I'll get back to you on that, but making a different one separate for this and then putting so that way maybe we have a joined one, but blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, we should
Business
do
Party
that.
Podcast on TikTok. That's my main deal. And yeah, definitely watch us on here on YouTube and also over on Rumble. It's just Business Party on Rumble. I made it a long time ago. Didn't even know if I was going to be putting stuff up on there. They don't let you change the fucking name. Maybe I'll make a new channel eventually. But nonetheless, also over there on Rumble. And yeah, hell of a fucking night. Damn good conversation. Damn good podcast.
Always. We'll
Hope
see you
y'all
next
enjoy.
week, folks.